Hello all, welcome to Memoirs of an Ugly Man. In this video, I've made it randomly, mostly because I was so bored at home. I was sat there, scrolling through different profiles, messaging different women with the usual absolutely nothing responses. No responses, no replies, nothing. And I did that for about an hour. And I just sat there thinking, man, is this really where I want to be? Is this really where I want to be? It was kind of pathetic, really. It felt pathetic just to do the same old thing with the same zero responses or success. And I got so bored. I was like, let me go for a drive or something. So I've come here to my, well, it's not my local, but a McDonald's in the area. And here's where I am now. And yeah, it's so I just had to move the car for a moment there, as not a huge fan of people being next to me when I make videos. But yeah, just looking inside, looking at the lives of people, you know, going on a date. I'm not saying to McDonald's, but you know, to imagine going out on dates with women, how amazing must that be? Yeah, and there's women out there that get to go on dates multiple times a month, no problem at all. But for guys who really don't have much success, you know, it's I guess it's like being in a desert situation, perhaps. Anyway, I'm waffling now, I think. Yeah, so just one of those days, just got really bored. Just the same old thing, never seems to be hardly ever successful. You know, years go by, the same thing, you know, reaching out to multiple women. You know, how many dates do I go on, you know, in a year? Zero. How many dates do I go on every couple of years? If I'm lucky, maybe one or two, if I'm really lucky. How many times does that end in a relationship? Zero. So yeah, it's just crazy. It's crazy. It's a crazy situation, and especially at my age as well. It's like, I know there's a lot of young guys out there who are struggling as well. You know, it's unless you do something drastic, it's not going to get any better. You know, years roll by. You know, what's changed? You get a bit more. You get a lot more mature. You get a lot more experience in life, but you know, relatively speaking, the situation is the same. You know, another year goes by, the same thing. No success with women, and it just keeps happening. So you know, here I am. I find myself just driving around, making random videos outside McDonald's. You know, after just I think I just got fatigued, just trying to reach out to woman after woman after woman. No reply after no reply after no reply. Nothing. Just emptiness. Zero. You know, those beautiful things about going out to the movies with a nice lady, going out to a restaurant with a nice lady, going to this nice bar or this nice pub with a nice lady. I don't experience that virtually ever. You know, so I see a lot of people out there, you know, who may have girlfriends, or you know, and I think you don't realise how lucky you are, you know, in compared to the environment we're in. I know it could be a lot worse depending on which country you're in, but for our environment in this country, you know, there's a lot of men in the West who really, when it comes to romance and relationships, are operating in a near constant famine. That's what they're operating in, a near constant famine. And that's just a situation for us. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. That's the situation we're in. And didn't really plan this video very well, so not too sure which direction to take it. But you know, it's I would say this though, it's not a lack of trying on my part. It's definitely not a lack of trying. You know, I'm reaching out to so many women per day. And also, I was having a conversation. I was lucky enough to manage to catch Oreo Man or Savvy Guy having a live stream, and I was lucky enough to actually talk to Oreo Man, which is a great honor for me. I'm a huge fan of his, have been for a long time. Had some technical issues though, so I wasn't really able to communicate with him properly. But in that video, what was noticeable was people's experiences, or which was interesting for me was people's experiences. People talking about when they approach women, they get body language, or the cold body language, the vibes. They're getting shut down before anything even happens. And I think if women like a guy, they'll let that guy know. That guy will be able to feel her energy. She will allow him, or put herself into his orbit, or allow him to come into her orbit with happiness, with invitation, with welcoming energy. Ugly guys out there, you know exactly what it's like to be shut out from the beginning, from the word go. You get this body language is this just screaming in with energy, get the hell away from me, you're so ugly. That's what effectively what you hear, and you get all sorts of cold faces, angry faces, and you just get shut down immediately. That's not inviting. That's not welcoming. You know exactly, if you're not like a retard, you know exactly where you stand. We understand energy. There's a guy called Heed to Exceed, or Heed and Succeed, or something like this. And he makes this very, very clear. And he's made a few videos where he makes this subject very, very well to understand, where he talks about vibes and how we pick up vibes. And he's got some great videos. He's got some good videos. He's an interesting guy. So yeah, something I think something's got to change, because this is just like stuck in a cycle. It's just for a lot of us out there, I know I'm not the only one, there's a lot of us out there who are just stuck in a cycle where it seems like never ending, the same thing. You put in effort, you put in work, you try, only to have the same results where nothing materializes. And you can't understand why, because you see guys out there that don't have, they're not as, they're just as like personality is almost the same as yours, but yet they have success that you couldn't even dream of because of your experiences. And it's like, how is this even possible? And it's all because of the luck of the draw. The luck of the draw. They just were gifted with looks, and that's how it goes. So this just feels like stuck in a vicious or a terrible cycle that just never seems to end. And a lot of us guys can relate out there. I think Oreo Man / Savvy Guy is bringing a lot of us together. He's almost like it almost feels like he's a kind of messiah in a way, where it feels like he's the champion of the cause of ugly guys throughout the world, where he's pulling everyone together. And through his experiences that he's had to go through, because he's been through some things, he's got some amazing videos. He's pulling the community together. There's one other guy that I wanted to mention, a guy called, I'm not quite sure if this is what his channel was called, but DBRD or something like this, DBDR. He was part of the True Force Loneliness community, TFL. Is what they used to call this. I don't know if they still do, but he was very much in the community that had been almost what feels like we've been ostracized by any kind of romance or intimacy with ladies, with women. So he was part of that community, and he would talk about his experiences and how it was for him going day to day in life. But he's all of a sudden vanished from the internet. You know, I think someone said that his identity had been unknown for a while, but then someone had quote doxed him. But who knows what happened. Anyway, he was a really interesting guy, and he's gone now. He's deleted his channel, it seems, and he's gone. He was really one of the better ones to listen to. But yeah, so, you know, guys that are down on their luck, unfortunately, with women, this is how it goes. You find yourself bored making random videos outside McDonald's. You know, for the good guys out there, the nice and good guys out there, I really hope that you guys can get some luck on your side with women, and, you know, manage to get some dates and hopefully get a relationship, because these are wonderful things in life that are necessary to produce a family, get married. Even though in today's age marriage is probably not a great way to go with what's happened in the West, but still, having a family, you know, you need to somehow start a relationship for that to work. So all the best for you guys out there. I've already talked way too much in this video. I'll catch you guys the next time.